This is Antonio Villaraigosa. He is the mayor of a small town in Southern California called Los Angeles. After reaching term limits as the former Speaker of the California State Assembly, Antonio Villaraigosa was elected as the 41st mayor of the city of Los Angeles in 2005. He was once again re-elected in 2009. Fast forward to 2010. The mayor filed his Statement of Economic Interests with the Fair Political Practices Commission, as he is legally required to. All gifts over $50 have to be reported, and is meant to disclose who is giving gifts to our elected officials. Some of the gifts given and reported included a $65 pair of cufflinks from Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, a $57 meal from Walt Disney Company, a $75 bottle of tequila from famous Mexican singer Alejandro Fernandez, a $100 tie clip from shipping company Maersk, and an astounding $17,000 worth of travel expenses for a mayoral speech. While these gifts might seem somewhat strange, the problem was not in what he reported, but in what he did not report. In 2010, a news story broke out about how the mayor was seen at a Lakers game, but he had not reported it in his Statement of Economic Interests. After doing some research, reporters found that the mayor had not paid the $2,000 to $3,000 that the ticket was worth. According to the law, elected officials do not have to report gifts or expenses if they are conducting official business or have a ceremonial role in the event. When asked about the tickets, the mayor said, "I stand by the idea that Los Angeles is the entertainment capital of the United States, and I am in the job of promoting our city." Obviously, he thought that he was performing some sort of official business at these events. In June of 2010, after the Lakers story broke out, a formal investigation was launched, and it was found that besides receiving the 13 courtside seats to the Laker games, he had also received tickets to the Dodgers games with the owner Frank McCourt in the owner's box, and events like the Grammys, the Academy Awards, the Emmys, the BET Awards, and pretty much anything else with a red carpet in Los Angeles. After everything came out, it was found that he had attended 85 events without paying. Now, is there an issue here? What was the problem and where was the harm? What pressures created the ethical situation? What management decisions could have been made to discourage the unethical behavior or resolve the issue? All of these questions will be answered in the next couple of minutes in this video.
Today we're going to be talking about the current ethical violation Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa. Has the mayor broken the city's and state's ethics violations? Is he abusing his power, or is he performing a ceremonial duty or performance that benefits the Los Angeles people?
So what was the problem and where was the harm with this?
I believe that there's a big problem with the fact that he's unjustifiably getting thousands of dollars in free event tickets. He's doing this all for his own pleasure, and he's obviously abusing the power that the people have trusted in him. This just sends a bad message that he can be easily bribed and persuaded by other people in positions of power. And there is a law that only allows you to take up to $420 in goods, and he has greatly exceeded this limit and taken advantage of his public funds.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, but let's look at it from another point of view in that, so who's giving him these gifts? Well, in terms of the Laker tickets, first of all, they're probably about $3,000 a pop, so no, that's not chump change. The owner of the Staples Center is a company called AEG, and they requested $246 million in tax breaks from the city of Los Angeles. How are they going to get that? Give our corrupt mayor, floor seats at the mayor's. This is classic, you scratch your back, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And in no way is the public benefiting. Yes, AEG is benefiting, but they're all wealthy business people, and then our mayor's benefiting. No public benefit, no help. So definitely all bad. Definitely sending the wrong message, and that he's extremely corrupt and that he can be bought.
So what pressures do you think created this ethical situation?
Well, you never know what's going on in his life, but it seems to me that what's popular is not right. So it's kind of like if someone offers you these gifts, really you're not going to accept floor seats to the Lakers game, or you're not going to accept this nice bottle of liquor or these shiny cufflinks. So it's easy to show that he's really kind of materialistic in a way, but it's also pressure from his peers to do what is popular and not right, because of course they want him to take the gifts so that they could kind of blackmail him in a sense and they could also too get what they want. So it's just pressure from your peers, but it's all ethically wrong. And the more and more you do it, the less and less it seems like a big deal.
Yeah, I definitely think it wasn't, one sort of catalytic event that created this. This was slowly but surely, he was, kind of building up to this. He became more and more corrupt. Like you said with the whole popular decision thing, yes, it's very easy to just go out and accept that floor seat ticket or a very expensive bottle of alcohol or cufflinks from Hillary Clinton. That's awesome, but at the same time, what kind of message does that send? Definitely not a good one. And so the pressures were, like you said, popular decision, and the fact that he started out corrupt. He built up this affinity for, just pushing it off as, a ceremonial duty. That's bull. Anyway.
So what different management decisions could have been made to discourage this kind of ethical behavior?
From the beginning, from his campaign into now he's the mayor, the elected mayor, that he should have stuck to what is right and said no. Maybe he should have just stayed home that night instead of going to the Spice Girls concert, or instead of using up $3,000 in public funds for him to sit floor seat, he should have thought about how this affects the community and the city rather than how it affects his intrinsic rewards. And so also it's just unfortunate that he's thinking of himself. He's not thinking of the role model that he's setting for the youth. He's teaching people you don't have to work hard for what you get, but rather you can just have conversations with the right people who you know. And he's accepting all these freebies. He's not setting a good role model, and unfortunately the people he's dealing with are turning blind eyes to this. But most importantly, as a manager, he should have done what's right and said no for the fact that it was wrong.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. And we can go all the way back to his, like you said, his campaign. When he was reelected in 2009, he won by 55% of the vote, so only by a 5% margin. But he spent 15 times more on his campaign than his opponent did. So right from the get-go, just bad ethical decisions, probably, very corrupt, and there's no one management decision that could have been made from somebody higher up, because there's not many people higher up than the mayor, obviously, and just good judgment. And he was trying to be transparent. Very popular thing nowadays. He reported some of these expenditures as ceremonial duties, but 13 Laker games, a bunch of Dodger games, sitting with the owner, red carpet events. How many of those was he actually performing a ceremonial duty? Probably not all of them. And so, yes, transparency helps, but in the end, it's got to be a choice from yourself. You can't be bossed around all the time.
Thank you, Dave and Cheyenne.
In April of 2011, the formal investigation was closed, and the Los Angeles mayor agreed to pay nearly $42,000 in fines to resolve the investigation. The possible maximum fine was more than $167,000, but he was offered a smaller amount because the investigators concluded that his violations were unintentional and that he had made good faith to attempt to comply with the law, according to the agreement, and so the case was closed.
Blow it up, that's how we ball out. Throw it up.
Smell of sweet mahogany. What the damn hell?
Do it now, do it good. Lick this just like you should.
Huh? Hello? Huh. Wait, I got plans. I'm busy, and I got to do my PSA. You don't know what a PSA is? A public service announcement. Why don't you get off your front porch, go get a job, and get educated?
Hide your wife, hide your kids, and your husband, because he's coming to take your money. You are so dumb, really, really dumb, for real though. He sees you, and all he sees is dollar signs. Good mayor gone bad. All I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs.
You don't have to come and confess. We gon' find you. We gon' find you. Run and tell that. Run and tell that. Homeboy, home. For real though.